Hey guys, it's Finn and welcome back to another tech video. Doing something a little bit different today. I'm gonna be heading to New York City next week, and it's gonna be my first time traveling with my new 2016 MacBook Pro. So I'm a little worried, like, am I gonna have to bring a full backpack full of dongles? How's the battery life gonna be? I've got a few concerns. So I went online and I did a ton of research, okay? I looked into everything and I thought, why not just make a video on it? So here are the best accessories that I found for traveling with the new MacBook Pro. Let's get started. First up, of course, we have the bag itself. This is the bag I'm gonna be bringing. This is absolutely my favorite backpack. I got it off of Amazon. I think I've been an Amazon Prime member like my entire life, okay? I buy everything off of Amazon. So all the links to everything will be in the description. But I found this bag on Amazon. It's called the Eco Suzy, I think. I'm not quite sure what the brand is, but I just love the look. It comes in a couple different colors, but I just love it. Sort of like this like hipster vintage look. I think it's really cool. It's not only a bag you can hold like sort of like a suitcase from the top, just like this. It's also a backpack. So if I open it up here, you can actually unzip the top along like this, and then roll that up like this, Velcroed on the top, and boom! You got backpack straps. So you can throw it on your back just like this when I'm walking around New York, or whether I'm at the airport or anything like that. Or I can zip it back up and take out a shoulder strap. All I gotta do is clip these two pieces on like this, and boom, it's now a messenger bag. So if I need quick access to everything in the bag, I can just put it over my shoulder like this, carry it around, and still have easy access to everything inside. So this is basically like the ultimate backpack. I think it's absolutely awesome. And of course, the main feature is that I can fit all of my tech gear inside. Right now I have the bag empty because I took everything out to show you. But if I open it up, you can see inside this compartment, it's got tons of pockets for all kinds of stuff. I can fit my battery pack, markers, pencils, anything I need. And then there's a pouch for the laptop. As you can see, it fits in nicely just like that. So yeah, that's the backpack. It costs around 80 bucks, I think, on Amazon, 80 bucks Canadian. I'm gonna have all the prices in the corner here because I can't actually remember them off the top of my head. So yeah, that's the bag. Let's move on. Item number 2 is the Who2 shuttle. Now I just got this in the mail from Amazon and it is awesome, okay? This is gonna solve all of your problems with the MacBook Pro, okay? Especially for travel. Because when I'm at home, I just set my computer up next to my Mac Pro. It's got a little stand, I can plug everything in just fine, and the dongles aren't really a problem. But like I said, I don't want to have a backpack full of dongles. So I hunted and I searched on Amazon for a USB-C hub that would have everything I needed. And thank goodness I found it. I'm not kidding you guys. I searched forever to find the best one. And I even purchased a couple to see which one would be the best. And I settled on the Who2 shuttle. Now, it is a little bit expensive, okay? It costs 80 bucks. I really tried to find a cheaper one. I really did, because I wasn't about to spend $80 on an adapter, okay? It seems like a lot, but I really couldn't find anything that's cheaper, and it is so worth it. It has a SD card slot, which of course for traveling, you need that. You're gonna take a ton of pictures if you're me, you're gonna take a ton of video, and you need to be able to import that quick. The new MacBook doesn't have an SD card slot. So, we need the SD card slot. It's got 3 USB ports, okay? You can plug in like a USB mouse, a thumb drive, a USB hard drive, anything. They're all USB 3.0 ports. On the front, you can see you have an HDMI port, which is great. Let's say you get to the hotel, you know, they got a big screen TV with HDMI, and you wanna watch a movie. Well, you can't because the MacBook doesn't have an HDMI port. So this thing's got you covered with the HDMI, and I think it's up to 4K, which is great. And the biggest thing, you're not even gonna be wasting a single port because it goes right through to here with another USB-C port for through charging. So you can plug this hub in to the side like this. You can see it lights up, which is kind of cool. And then you can take your MacBook's power adapter and plug it into the side just like this and still charge your computer. So yeah, the Who2 shuttle, it's gonna solve all of your dongle problems. It's a really well-made product, and I would say it's totally worth the 80 bucks. It just feels like a really strong and sturdy adapter. I did actually find one that's a little cheaper. It's called the Dodo Cool. And it still has all the ports that you need, just like this one, but it costs around 50 bucks. Now, I would be telling you guys to buy this one, except that it kind of sucks, okay? It came out of the box and it had some burn marks on the USB port. You can see there's sort of like this black charred burn mark here, and on the USB-C port as well, which I was kind of sketched out by. Also, the edges are really sharp, and it's just like this really thin aluminum. Like, it feels really tinny and plasticky and really sharp on the edges. I don't know, I feel like it's just gonna break really easily. All the ports are sort of flimsy when you plug them in. It does do the job, it's just not very nice. I feel like it's gonna break at any moment. And if you compare it to the Hutu, it's a little bit thicker, a little bit wider. So I would definitely recommend going with the Hutu Shuttle, but if you're on a budget, you do have this option. So I'll leave that up to you. Let's move on. Next thing we need to bring is a mouse, and I chose the Logitech MX Master. This is probably my favorite mouse ever because I can actually switch between computers. It's got this little button on the bottom. I can click 1, 2, or 3, and that's actually going to switch between computers in the studio here. So if I'm on number 1, that is controlling the computer in front of me. If I go to number 2, it'll control my laptop, and number 3, it'll control the computer back here. So I can easily use this mouse with any computer in the studio. It's got a great battery, lasts a long time. It's awesome for editing. I do really love using the trackpad on the computer, but if I'm doing some hardcore editing, nothing beats a good old mouse. And yeah, the Logitech MX Master is probably the best. All right, moving on. Item number 4 are my Audio-Technica MSR7s. These are my favorite pair of headphones, and I bring them traveling because they're actually really small, really light, and super comfortable. Now, I use these at home as well. They're basically my daily drivers for headphones. I really love them. I like them a lot better than the M50s. They're a little more expensive, but if you compare them to the old M50s, they're quite a bit smaller and way more comfortable. Like you can see after a while, the M50s ear cups have just basically gotten destroyed. They're super leathery and crackled and just really not that comfortable. I've always thought the M50s weren't extremely comfortable, but of course, Audio-Technica always has you covered with this sound quality. So that's why I went with the MSR7s here. I think they look really, really cool. And yeah, just a little better for traveling because of course you have that detachable cable as well, just like the newer ones have. And yeah, just all around great headphones. And of course it matches really well with the space gray computer, the Logitech mouse, and even the Hutu adapter. They all have sort of that dark aluminum space gray look, which sort of ties everything together really nicely, which is cool. Moving on at number 5, we're gonna stay in the realm of sound for a minute and talk about the Anker Soundcore XL, I think it's called. Anker Soundcore Sport XL. This is my favorite Bluetooth speaker. And now you're probably wondering, Finn, why are you traveling with a Bluetooth speaker when you just showed us your headphones that you're bringing? Why do you need like a speaker? Like, gonna be rocking this thing on the plane, blasting tunes? No, but it is amazing for when you come home to your Airbnb. I usually travel with Airbnb, or even your hotel, and you're chilling with friends, whatever. Your laptop speakers just aren't gonna cut it. Now, I will say the speakers on the MacBook are pretty good. But you don't know how many times I've been at a hotel and we want to listen to some tunes and this thing just comes through, okay? The sound quality is amazing and it's super portable. It's almost like the size of my hand, so it's super easy to bring with me anywhere. And yeah, it just sounds great. It's got a huge bass on the back, like this big thing on the back here is actually a bass. It's waterproof, which is actually really cool. I've actually started using this to listen to music while I'm showering. And I kind of can't shower without music anymore. Like, I'm so used to it now. I love just popping this thing on the shelf in the shower. I actually dropped this thing off of a ledge right onto a rock, and you can see it landed right there. It kind of dented it a tiny bit. You can see a little dent right there, but it totally survived. I was so impressed. Thought for sure it was toast, but no, just left a little dent. Still works perfectly. So yeah, super rugged, super great. The Anker Soundcore Sport XL. It's awesome. All right, item number 6. I cannot go without this thing. This is my battery pack, and I made a whole video on this battery pack because it is just that awesome. So if you want to see that video, I'll try and like annotate it up here or somewhere, maybe in the description. I don't know. This thing is so awesome. I would not travel anywhere without it. I can charge my iPhone like I think up to 7 times. It's just so great. Like, I don't even have to plug my phone at night. I can just keep it plugged into this thing almost all day. That actually brings me to my 7th thing. I'm going to sort of combine them. That is my Anker Powerline Plus. This cable is super awesome. So I'll just plug this cable basically into the battery pack like this, leave it hanging out of my backpack, plugged into my phone basically all day. So I can literally go for like a week without having to ever charge my phone. So yeah, this battery pack, absolutely awesome. And with the USB-C MacBooks, I can actually charge my MacBook with it as well. I'm not actually sure how many times it charged my MacBook. I think it's like twice, maybe 3 times. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, I can actually charge my MacBook with this as well because of the USB-C. All you need is a USB to USB-C adapter. And as you can see, I put a little Hulk sticker on it as well because this battery pack is the literal Hulk, okay? It never runs out of energy. Never. you know, like the Hulk. Also, the MacBook Pro is full of power like the Hulk too. So I got a Hulk sticker on that too. I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. I got sort of a Hulk theme going. These stickers are from Slick Wraps, by the way, if you didn't see my last video. Kind of already covered this, but the next item is the Anker Powerline. These cables are awesome. I have a bunch of them and I use them for everything. You can buy USB-C version, you can buy micro USB, mini USB, anything you need. Of course, I have the Lightning version because I have an iPhone. But yeah, I just really hate every other iPhone cable now that I've gotten this. Like the Apple ones are terrible. They always end up fraying at the edges and getting all bunched up and just absolutely destroyed after a while. Especially while you're traveling, like, you know, these things are gonna get yanked out of outlets, all kinds of stuff's gonna happen. And you know, if you're in a pinch, you can even tow a car with them, I've heard. I don't know, I saw some videos of a guy towing a car with his Powerline cable. So yeah, absolutely a must-have. I would never travel without one of these things. Moving on, item number 7, I think, number 8, I'm not actually sure, but they're these sound buds. And I'm not gonna lie, I would have gotten the AirPods, but I couldn't justify $200 for headphones that are, they're earbuds. Like, they're not good quality. Like, I know the sound of the earpods. Like, I love them. They're great for listening to like stories and stuff, but like, they're not worth $200. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got these off of Amazon as sort of an alternative, and they're actually great. They cost around $50, I believe, so they're way cheaper. They've got a nice little cable connecting them so you don't lose them like the earpods. And once you have them in, you can barely even tell you're wearing them. The cable just sort of floats behind your neck like this, and they rest in your ears really nicely. I can't even tell they're in, like I can't feel them. But the only thing I can tell is that they plug your ears, so I'm probably like yelling really loud right now because I can't really hear myself. But you can barely even feel them on your ears. They're so light, they fit in snugly. All those sports I'm doing, they're perfect for me. But no, actually, I use them all the time just for normal use. Like, I'll even be in the studio editing a video. Instead of putting my big headphones on, I'll just leave these in since they're wireless, and I'll just Bluetooth connect them to my computer. I can switch back and forth between my computer and my phone. You guys just don't understand how freeing it is to have no cables, like, especially for running or even traveling. Like, it's so annoying to have a cable coming down into your pocket or under your backpack or anything. Like, it gets caught on stuff, especially when you're like opening and closing doors. Like, you don't even know how many times I have my earbuds yanked out, and it's just the worst, you know? And these completely solve that problem. You can barely even tell you're wearing them. I'm gonna take them out here and realize how loud I'm being. I'm freaking yelling. Anyway, a great little pair of earpods I bring with me everywhere, whether I'm using it with my iPhone or with my MacBook. So yeah, awesome Anker Soundcore Sports XL, whatever you call them. Let's move on. Lastly, we have an external hard drive. You can't go anywhere without some extra storage because you know that MacBook's hard drive is gonna fill up so fast, especially when you're traveling with all those photos and videos and stuff. You're gonna need some external storage. So I got this hard drive. It is probably my favorite USB-C hard drive that I could find. I searched far and wide for all kinds of USB-C hard drives, and there were some nice SSDs that I found, but they're just really expensive. And then I found this. This is the Glyph Black Box Plus. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive. Plugs in right there, doesn't need any other power, goes right into the MacBook. It's super thin, it got this sort of rubber coating on the outside, and it wasn't too expensive, especially for a 2 terabyte hard drive. I hate how all the USB-C stuff is just more expensive just because it's USB-C. And I'm pretty sure it comes in a few different versions as well. You can get like a 4 terabyte, all kinds of different stuff. So yeah, great little hard drive for your MacBook Pro. And this is what I'm going to bring with me to New York. So that is everything that's going to be in my tech bag for going to New York. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. And again, if you want to check out any of the items, they'll be in the description. Super excited for this trip to New York City. I've never been before, and I think it's going to be a great trip. I'm going to be vlogging the whole thing. So if you want to check out my vlogs of the trip, they'll be on my second channel, Finn's Games. You can check that out in the description as well. And if you like this video, definitely hit that like button. And let me know in the comments below if you want to see another video like this, because I'm also bringing a camera bag to New York. This is my National Geographic camera bag. I'm going to be putting all of my camera gear in here for my trip to New York. So if you guys would be interested in seeing a video on that, it's going to be a lot. I've got all kinds of batteries and microphones and lenses and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot. So maybe I'll make a similar video to this one on the camera gear I'm bringing to New York. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, and let me know if you want to see the camera video. And I'll see you all next time. Peace. Holy shit.